Good afternoon, everybody. Well, I'm working on the Takeuchi TB260 today, amongst other things. The battery was bad in this, and I bought this machine used, and the battery was weak in it, and I had it on the trickle charger all the time, and I put it on the reconditioning mode several times, and then it did pretty good throughout the summer. It could sit for 3 or 4 days and start up. But then as soon as the cold weather hit, 1 or 2 days, and it was dead. So I was having to jump start it, which is a pain. And this thing is also important to have ready to go in case there's ever a fire around here, to make a fire break. So I don't want any problems. I want to start when I need it. So I bought a Odyssey Extreme. These are really good batteries, and I have them in my Dodge pickup also, and in a couple of my other vehicles. I really like them. Never had a problem with them. They're really heavy. There's a lot of lead in them, and they hold up to vibration really well. They don't corrode. They've got brass terminals and no acid to leak out. So get that thing all put in. I took the battery hold down bracket off, and I was looking at it. It was pretty rusty, so I decided to sand it down a little bit and repaint it. So we'll go look at that. Maybe I'll show you some other projects while we're walking around too. This is a live hydraulic kit. It's not really a kit. It's the stuff off of a newer Super M Farmall to convert the older Farmall I have to live hydraulics. The good old 1025R. This is a dual bandsaw that I restored about 20 years ago now, and it's needing a little cleaning up. It probably still works. I used it at my shop in Clackamas for, I don't know, 10 years or so, when we were doing a lot of custom fab work, and we stopped doing that. And so we moved it outside because I didn't have anywhere else to put it at the time, and it's heavy, hard to move. And we tarped it, wrapped it in plastic and tarped it, double tarped it. Eventually the tarps all deteriorated and it started getting rusty. I think it's going to be fine though. Clean it up a little bit, and hopefully put in another shop. I want to build a bigger shop out here, and to have enough room for all the projects I have. So we'll see how it goes. We'll see how the economy goes. It's not good right now. Still working on that flower mower. I don't know if anybody's seen those videos, but working on that. This is the 60-inch rotary mower for the 1025R, and it works really good, and I was really beating it up. I was using it on kind of rough areas. It's really for mowing lawns, but I was mowing fields with it basically, and it held up pretty well. It needs new blades, and so I need to do that, clean it up, grease it, and I also need to buy a stand. There's a roller cart stand that allows you to stand it up on end or on edge, and takes up less space, gets it out of the way, and you can roll it around. And right now it's just in the way all the time, in the way of my walkway here, and I could stand it up right there and it'd be out of the way. And then today I ran all the water out, drained the tank on the hot water washer, and then what I do in the winter is I put about 1.5 gallons of window wash that's winterized, freeze proof, in the reservoir, and then I run it through until it comes out where the spray hose hooks up. And that way it just runs freeze-proof stuff all through the whole system, the pump and everything. Here's my bracket for the battery, hold down bracket. It's looking pretty good. Smells like paint in here. It's pretty warm. Hopefully that'll dry out good here soon. It feels like it's drying. So, got the heaters going on it. It's cold out. It's like 50 degrees out right now. It might be colder. It was about 40 this morning. I've got a transfer case I'm rebuilding, MP205, and then this is all stuff from working on the flail mower right now. And somewhere up there is Charlene power steering kit for the Super M. And then that's the new battery box for the Super M, and that's the seat to mount that goes on top of the battery box. I need to clear all this stuff out because I have to bring a vehicle in here to work on it. And I'll show you the compressor too. So this compressor was at the shop in Clackamas and the air compressor seized up. So I'm going to take it apart and see if it's something I can fix. I don't know if I can get parts for this compressor or not. And but it's been a good compressor. I've used it for 20 years every day practically, and it was old when I got it. It was like 10 or 15 years old when I got it, so it definitely lasted well. And we serviced it regularly every year, changed the oil in it. It just had a lot of hours on it. And then this is old Simpson hot water washer. And I can't remember, something went wrong with it, and I think the motor, the burner went bad, and it was not worth fixing. The parts were so much money, so I don't know why I saved it. I think I saved it for the pressure washer, but at this point I probably should just scrap it. It's not really worth fixing probably. Or maybe I'll advertise it for parts. We'll go out here and look at the Super M. So this Super M, I think it's a 51, and it runs really good. They did the wide front axle conversion on it. It's got the farmhand loader. It's in pretty good shape. I've seen some better ones, but it's all right. I need to do a little welding and cleaning up on it. It has a bad clutch. It works, but the clutch is, something's messed up with it. And then I'm going to put the live hydraulics on it. This is the older model without the live hydraulics. And the newer model, which those parts are off of, is going to convert this to live hydraulics. And that is so you can use a loader or other items behind it, an implement, and have hydraulics all the time. They run off the engine. And right now, if you push in the clutch, it stops the PTO and stops this hydraulic pump. So it's really inconvenient when you're trying to use the loader. Anytime you push the clutch in, you lose hydraulics, and you have to put it in neutral, let out the clutch, then you can operate your hydraulics. Not very convenient. So I need to change that out. I also have the Charlene power steering kit that goes on it. Need to put that on because it doesn't have power steering, which that's not very nice either. And one of these lift cylinders is blown out, so I need to figure out which one it is. And I can't remember. I think I figured out by the way it bounced which one it was, but I'm not sure now. And I've rebuilt them before, but I need to take it apart and get a rebuild kit and rebuild a hydraulic cylinder too. And then I also want to get rid of this, the way this is set up on the front. I'm going to convert it to use a adapter for skid steer style quick attach instead of pin on. And then if I ever buy a skid steer, I can just interchange buckets or other implements with it onto this tractor. I'm not planning on using this for farming at all, just for the loader, for using it mostly like a forklift. I'm not going to use the hay forks ever. And the other thing is these things are really geared too high for loader and forklift use. And there's a Farmall tractor that has a planetary style rear axle, and the whole axle slides out, and you can put the planetary style axle in, and you have to change the wheels too, this part. I don't think you have to change these wheels, but I'm not sure. Might have to do that. I may just buy the tire, wheel, and inner wheel all together, and maybe wheel weights also, and with the planetaries if I can find them, and then change that all out, and that just gears them way down. So I'll be probably doing that. So I kind of want to do everything at once, try to gather all the parts up and then bring it in the shop and just do everything all at the same time. We'll see how it goes. That was kind of my plan with this project in here, which I'm still working on. Which isn't finished. So, can't really see it. But that is a Land Cruiser 200 series. And yeah, I need to get this in the shop and finish it up. So there we go. Got the battery tender on it. Then I'm guessing my battery's dying. So I guess I'm done with the video for now. Bye all.